Rain or shine, it's here to make you laugh. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast. And now your host, Kyle Ruff.
You got your notes and your beverages. Like reads into this.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, just like you don't remember ever saying like, Reed, what are you going to talk about? What are you going to talk about on stage right now? Like 3 seconds before I'm going on.
They're walking on
Son
stage.
of a bitch.
Dude, you got any jokes or?
What are you gonna talk as you're saying their name? I do it with almost all of you guys. It's funny to me every time.
What are you gonna talk about?
My all-time favorite is at Schmiggity's when we're in the fucking hallway and my knee's been shaking for like 30 minutes. Like, oh my God, Reed, are you nervous? It's like, I will walk out of here and barf right now. Fuck you. Like,
Are you nervous, bro? What's going on? Just stand up.
It's just like, you know,
That's
standing
fun,
in front of a bunch of people. And,
all eyes on you with crushing emotions.
yeah. And if you fuck up, I'll just remember it forever.
No
so-
big deal.
No big deal. That's fine. it's almost as good as us talking about who's gonna say the N-word at Schmiggity's.
Yep, right before.
Right before.
Everything is funnier right before you go on stage.
Exactly.
the
Bet you
sooner,
fucking won't.
the
Bet you
sooner
fucking
you
won't.
can do it.
Yeah. Bet you won't. Well, we both pushed out is
The
what it came
fuck
back.
is that?
Good.
Steamboat, I'm gonna say the N-word. It is, dude. That's the best part about it, though. We can just fuck with each other right before you go on stage.
Oh, I support it fully.
Very
How
much.
fucking shitty would it be if we were just like, everyone be super duper serious.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me.
Don't
before
say anything
stage
to
time,
him.
Trying to be
dude.
supportive,
Yeah.
man.
Don't fuck with me. You're gonna ruin the show. Fucking shut up.
Fucking hack.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Speaking of shutting up, welcome to the Steamboat Comedy Podcast. everybody.
Hey-o.
Crowd goes crazy.
The crowd, the live studio. Oh, we don't have one.
Should we all hold our drinks the whole time?
I'm just gonna drink it up, boys.
Well,
First
Matt
one-
just got done jogging. He's holding a sparkling water.
0 calories, huh? Watching your figure.
And
Bro, I drink about 3 of these a day.
Oh yeah,
Sponsored.
they're only $10 a piece. It's
Steamboat Comedy brought to you by Kirkland Sparkling Water from Costco.
Kirkland Sparkling Water. That's the new lineup from on the Joe Rogan Experience.
By day.
By day,
all night.
sparkling water by night, all day.
Meanwhile, Kyle and I are drinking coffee like men.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Coffee with a whiskey, and yes, I am your host yet again, Kyle Ruff. I'm joined by Reed Belmonte. Say hello.
Hello, people.
And also by Mr. Matt Newland. How
Training
are
by
you, sir?
day. Joe Rogan at night. Training
Tra-
with Joe Rogan
training
all
day.
night.
Denzel, training day.
Check it out.
All day. It's
After tomorrow.
after tomorrow. John Cusack.
Oh, God. I hate that movie.
It's
I
not a
hate-
good one.
I hate that he's wearing the exact outfit throughout the entire movie. Those are the things I noticed. He's
Isn't he wearing like a trench coat?
No, he's wearing like a suit and tie because he just got done like driving a limousine. So the whole time he has a big tie like wisping in his face in the middle of fucking Yellowstone and shit.
He would be a limo driver, that fucking hand banana.
Oh, thank you for saying it, Kyle. Thank you for saying it. He is such a hand banana.
He is a hand banana. You
He
know what
was
I mean?
what we call an oops in Hollywood, John Cusack.
Why do limo drivers have to dress up?
Right?
I wouldn't give a fuck if I got a limo and he was just in like a sweatshirt. Or she. Or she.
Or she.
Okay.
Come
you
on, man.
fucking
'Cause
sexist.
women can drive
What?
too.
What, you think black people can't drive limos? Is that what,
you
you're
think
saying?
women can't get CDLs?
I
What, you think women are a lesser race of human?
I think only Puerto Ricans should be able to drive limos.
That's actually a fair point. That's
That's where they
That's
all
where-
come from is Puerto Rico. All
Yeah.
the limos.
yeah, that's where they make them.
In limousine.
That's how they
Cuba.
get here.
No, Puerto Rico. Sorry.
You don't even know the difference, do
God damn it.
you? Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
That is such a ruse though, because I was a bellhop and I had like made $11 an hour, and they're like, you gotta wear a suit and a tie and a fucking
As a
You
bellhop,
gotta
you wear a
dress-
suit?
not a suit, but a tie. And
But a
like
tie.
The vest. And
I remember
Yeah,
seeing
the
him.
vest.
It was very professional.
Yeah, but I was only getting $11 an hour. It was a big old trick.
Oh yeah, I think I told you. I don't know if I saw the pod, but I went to the concierge there to like drop off some posters and tell them about it. And there was like 4 guys, like they were all bellhops. They were all happened to be standing there, and the concierge was like, "Oh, like, Matt, the guy who used to work here is one of the comics now. And like 3 of them were like, oh, right on, Matt. And one was like, Matt.
Sounds about right.
And I was like, Matt told that guy to fuck off. That's what I think happened.
That's a good percentage. 3 out of 4.
That's better than the average.
Better than I would have
That's
guessed.
a passing grade.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. If you had 4 people who responded to me, they'd be like, who? You know?
They'd be like, oh, that stone guy with the beard and
Yeah.
The green hat.
and the
Like,
green
sorry,
hat
we
and
had
the
to
coffee mug in his left hand.
We have to really narrow it down in Steamboat there.
Yeah, not a lot of stone guys with beards in Colorado. That's for sure.
Speaking of work,
Speaking of work.
we have this crazy stellar celebrity lifestyle in Steamboat comedy, but like all other people,
Bowlers.
we have normal lives and normal jobs. We had to go back to mud season after taking a little bit of a month hiatus, so we all kind of just did our own thing for a little minute.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about a bit today because next week, we're starting to back up. Actually, the spelling bee starts tomorrow, which I'm pretty stoked about.
Yeah.
Mud season is when everyone shits a bunch, by the way.
That's why it's
For
named.
those of listeners who don't know what
Yeah,
mud
sorry.
season
We should
is.
probably
Yep.
cue them in.
You know.
So, like, here in Steamboat, there's 2 seasons. It's winter and summer. And the in-betweens is known as mud season, where everyone shits in their pants.
Yep,
And
and
that's-
it's legal to shit outside.
It's legal to shit. It's like the purge of shitting.
Yeah. And you're
Yeah.
actually required to shit outside.
All the servers are just letting it out of their system for the winter, just like, ah!
It's like a ceremony, you know?
Mhm.
It's
You
like
know?
a native ceremony.
Yeah. Yes. It's the running of the shits. Everyone runs down Main Street,
Which is why, we call it mud season.
and that's why we call it mud season. That's where we get the term.
Anyway,
Yes.
yeah, we're back with the spelling bee.
So we're back with the spelling bee. Coming out of the point is, yeah, we've wiped our asses. We're coming out of mud season. And so we're heading back into normalcy here with June. But yeah, we're starting the adult spelling bee tomorrow. If you're listening to this, what is today? Today is a Tuesday. So Wednesday, the 26th, we're doing the first spelling bee coming back. And then a week from today, on the 1st of June, we'll be back with open mic, and we'll be doing that weekly throughout the summer, both of those, and it's going to be a blasty blast.
You don't want to miss those open mics.
You don't want to miss those open
You
mics.
will, but you don't want to.
Kyle,
You're going to feel
where
bad
are
about
those
it.
open mics going to be at?
They're going to be located downtown on 1009 Lincoln Street. I looked it up earlier. I was making events at The Press Steamboat, a social place, formerly known as the Moose Knuckle for a brief amount of time. When that fucking savage Miami Dan used to own it. Shout out to Miami Dan, friend of the show. Hey, Miami Dan, he was with us in the beginning. He did some shows with us. It was an experience. He's a fucking wild card.
That was
guy.
wicked fucking awesome.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Miami Dan with his Boston accent, which is why he goes by Miami Dan, that fucking animal. But here's the point. Let me talk brass tacks to you.
Let's
Okay.
get down.
Let's down to business. We're coming back. We got open mic every Tuesday. We got spelling bees every Wednesday. And then we're going to be doing our Schmiggities Summer Stand-Up Series once a month, as we talked about before. So we got MK Paulson coming on June 11th and 12th with Simon Gibson. It's going to be great. Mr. Sam Talent's coming July 9th and 10th. And announcement, we actually just changed the date for the August show with Mr. Sean Patton and Cypher
Jonathan.
Sounds, now confirmed. No big deal.
Big
announcement.
time.
What's that?
Cypher Sounds is coming back too.
Woo!
Yeah.
Fucking cool, dude.
But we moved it back a week. It's going to be August 13th and 14th. So, but we were going to talk about today, what the fuck have we been doing in the meantime? Other than a podcast once every 2.5 weeks, give or take.
Thank God.
About time, dude.
Keeping us sane, But let's go around the table, Mr.
Go
Newland.
around the table. What if I'm first?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Turn your phone off, bro.
You amateur.
I was in a stream of consciousness right there, ripping.
He was in a flow
this
state.
mic.
He was in a flow state.
Punchline
We
after
will-
punchline.
Kyle and I will laugh afterwards at who I ignored. But go ahead. They're not important.
All right, good. Glad to hear it.
It was Sean Patton.
Yeah. And you're like, fuck off again, Sean. God.
I went to Boise, Idaho, which is where I'm from. Went and hung out with my parents. Their address is. I'm not gonna give out that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Not even their names, man.
Yeah.
I went to Boise, Idaho, hung out with my parents, and I watched so many movies. My old man's retired now, so we watched probably 40 to 50 movies,
40 to 50 movies.
including all 5 Die Hards.
Hell yes.
Did you watch them consecutively?
Throughout the span of 2 weeks. So we'd watch like 1, give it 2 or 3 days, watch 2.
That's fair. You got to detox after
Yeah,
each Die Hard.
I
movie.
mean,
You can only have
It's a
so
lot.
much.
We did like 1 and 2 almost back to back. We watched it, took a day off, then watched the next one, and then we're like, all right, we got to take more than that off. That being said, 2 is pretty shitty. Here's my stance on the Die Hards. 1,
Okay.
Please.
here we go. 1 is the best. It's the original. Can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
Bruce Willis, funny and badass in it. More badass than funny. Not having the shoes on is just so great for an 80s movie.
Iconic.
Dude. That
Very
is
much so.
so fucking good. 2 was my least favorite. It's the one where they're in the airport. It just seemed like, if you watch all 5 of them, it just seemed like a filler movie. I think Reed said a classic sequel.
Yes.
Just not
Yeah.
good.
Dare
not-
to exist and make money.
Not that good.
Yeah.
3, Sam Jackson's in it. Doesn't hold up, not politically correct anymore, but a great movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's really just that one. Well, there's a lot of scenes where they go back and forth and like, I'm a black guy. What's your deal? He's like, well, I'm a white guy. What's
I'm
your
a white
deal?
guy and I'm not racist.
Yeah, and he's
Right.
like, quit calling me a fucking race. Well, there's the one scene where
Bruce
He
Willis.
said-
Bruce Willis calls Samuel Jackson. He's like, because like he makes some comment about white people, and he's just
Yeah.
like, you're a racist.
You're a racist.
He's like, what? He's like, you're a racist. You don't like me because I'm white. He goes, I don't like you because you're trying to get me killed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Great.
Not bad dialogue, actually.
It was
That's
fun.
actually
It's kind of a fun. If you're gonna do it, it's like you might as well
seriously,
do it.
Out of the 5, that's one of my faves.
Yeah.
It's a decent flick. dude.
Oh, Hans Gruber's brother. I mean, it's just, the
Jeremy
plot.
Irons is fantastic.
The plot is good.
Yeah, Scar.
The chick in it. She doesn't have that big of a part, but her presence is felt throughout the film.
That's
Oh,
how it
yeah,
should be.
big time.
That's how it should be with women in movies.
Yikes.
We want to know they're gonna be around so we can see their titties again, but then they can just men are
She
talking.
had a scar on her neck indicating that she was unable to talk. That was a great director move.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, let's just cut all the dialogue from that one.
Let's have some
and-
more corny shit from Bruce Willis and some weird puffy lip looks.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one, the third is less funny, though. I'll say that. Second and third aren't that funny.
The third, I feel like they relied on Samuel to be funny and that whole dynamic to be funny, and it's not. It's kind of real sometimes.
Yeah, it's not that funny, but it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I can watch that one. The fourth one, A Good Day to Die Hard, if I'm not
Yes, sir.
mistaken.
With Timothy Olyphant as the villain.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, he's awesome.
good. He's a good guy.
He's
He's
good.
almost autistic in that movie, right? I don't think they address it.
He's kind of like this Rain Man genius in
Yeah.
a way. Yeah,
They
with
don't
like
address it
computers
and
and shit.
Call
Yeah.
him autistic, but let's be real.
Let's be real.
He is autistic in
we
that
all
movie.
know. Mhm.
That one, very funny. They took like a break between the third and the fourth for like, what, 10, 15 years?
Yeah, like that. Everyone was joking that
Yeah.
he was coming back as an old man to do it again and
Yep.
shit. Yeah.
He's
Right.
bald. It's bald
Just
Bruce Willis.
like all of them fucking do now, just like Stallone does for all of his movies. She's like, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do Rambo again, even though I'm
my
80.
God, right?
Yeah, or even David Spade's like, you know what?
Schwarzenegger. All of them.
Children too. Schwarzenegger.
Name it.
They're all
Steven
just doing
Seagal's
it.
the gold medalist of all those. He's like 103 years old. He's just like, I'm still gonna fucking kick this. You go on a mission. You know, like, oh my God. It's the funniest shit ever.
Fatter by the day, too. And he's like, I can
Oh,
still
yeah.
whoop ass.
No, he's like, now that I'm so fat and out of shape, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna train cops.
Yeah.
Which Bruce Willis should kind of jump on that train because he's running out of years. He should start training cops or Coast Guard or something.
Something.
It's like the Fast and the Furious series, though. If you keep making Die Hards, I'm gonna keep watching them. I really will. The fourth one, though, what I like about Bruce Willis in that one is like he celebrates, because he's a little older, like he celebrates the cool shit he does more. Like after he does something cool,
He's like, holy shit, I
Like,
just pulled that off.
yeah, he's always in an elevator and he kills that one chick. Thank God, in the elevator.
I'm so relieved.
And he's like
kill this
celebrating
bitch.
and screaming. I love the fourth one. Justin Long is very funny in it.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Justin Long, friend of the show.
Fifth one, I'd say the fourth one's my second favorite. Fifth one, I had never seen before. It's with his son.
It's in Russia, right?
In Russia, yeah, and his son's like
Really?
in the Russian CIA, and Bruce Willis goes over there because he thinks he's gonna save him, but he ends up helping him.
You mean the KGB? That's the Russian CIA.
Yeah, he's in the
Okay.
he's a Soviet.
Gotcha.
He's like a double agent or
He's
something.
in that green uniform the whole time.
Yeah.
Big fucking
he's-
furry hat.
Yes. Comically large hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always wandering off on guard duty.
Yeah. Always sleeping when he should be watching the prisoners. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they just arrest innocent people the whole movie and beat the shit out of them. It's actually not that bad.
That
dude.
sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good.
No, it wasn't that good. I fell asleep at the very end of it, which was kind of a bummer. Good action though. Yeah, I take it. 1 is the best. 4th is my second. 3rd is my third. Go figure. Am I right?
This sounds like that's like the same as the Rocky movies. It goes 1, 4. No, then it goes 2. I'm sorry. 3 doesn't beat 2. I lied. Continue.
Do you consider Creed in the Rocky movies?
Ooh, no,
No.
I don't.
No, it's
no,
its own thing.
No, the 1 through 5 are the Rocky movies, and then he randomly came back and did Rocky Balboa, which after Rocky 5, Rocky Balboa is actually not that bad of a movie.
Yeah, it's
'cause
way
Rocky
better
f-
than Rocky
Rocky
5.
5 is terrible. That is a
Yeah.
terrible, terrible movie.
I would
At
give
least
it
like Rocky
6.
4 was like campy 80s shit, and you're just like,
It's
fuck it.
Yeah.
it's like the most motivational, like corny fucking fight movie of all
Anti-Soviet
time.
Union movie ever made. Yeah,
Hell yes,
Thank
brother.
God.
Russians are bad.
Thank God. And we need to
Guidos
punch
from Philly
them.
are awesome.
Yeah, giant Aryan fucking Russians, because that's what they look like.
If he does, he does.
He is like steel.
Yeah. But no, I would not include the Creed movies in that.
No,
Those
they
are
are good
films.
though.
Those are good films.
Yeah.
Or at least I haven't seen the second one. I heard it's good, but the first one's good.
Yeah, those are pretty tight for for all the cliches that boxing movies all have. At least they do something different a little bit. and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made it a little more realistic too. Like they actually box, other than just like trade haymakers for an hour. Like they do
Oh,
in Rocky
Jesus
IV.
Christ.
They miss a punch every now and then.
Yeah,
dude.
they,
Right.
like, someone blocks every now and again. Yeah.
Yeah.
5th is 4th, and the second one is the worst for sure.
Someone's the worst.
That's my take. What do you guys think?
I haven't seen them all, but of the ones I've seen, I agree.
First one, the original, can't beat it. Fucking
beat it.
great
I
movie.
You
think
really
I've-
can't. I was telling you, it's like Back to the Future. It's just one of those movies that you could turn on in the background, and all of a sudden you're just watching it, even though you know the outcome.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
can't help it. It's such a good movie.
It's
And
just
people
fine.
who say like, "Oh, it's not a Christmas movie," the original Die Hard is for sure a Christmas movie.
Then what the fuck is a Christmas
I almost
movie?
counted.
Then? Like,
Dude, they
Well, a
say
movie-
"Merry Christmas"
Yeah.
10 to 15 times in the movie. It's like it's a Christmas.
Then it
movie.
counts. If
It
anyone
counts.
says Merry
There's a
Christmas,
Christmas tree.
that's
There's
why
lights.
Dumb and Dumber's a Christmas movie. How many times does it say Christmas? At least 3 or 4.
Oh, good point. Good
God
point.
damn it, Kyle.
Huh?
All
All right,
Huh?
it's official. We touched it first. Dumb and Dumber is a Christmas
Is
movie.
now
It's
a
a
Lloyd
Christmas
Christmas movie. Yes, it is. You're welcome.
Okay, but I was in Boise, which is where I started doing stand-up
Oh yeah.
comedy
So what have you been doing?
way back in the day,
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
a couple years back, and I was gonna go to some open mics, and guess what? I didn't. I didn't
Were
do
they
it.
shut down and you couldn't go?
No, they were open. They actually had the Idaho Comedy Fest that
yeah.
this last weekend, which is I think Sypha was there,
Cypher was there.
and yeah, I saw a picture of him, which is apparently cool. But you know, if I'm not in it, I don't want to go.
You should have submitted. You
Wow.
probably could have made it.
I didn't even know when the submissions were. I had no idea, which was
you
a
gotta
bummer.
you gotta submit kind of early with these festies.
And I don't
Figure it
even
out.
have a video yet, a submission video. I'm just honing it down.
I mean, I give you the video from Schmiggity's.
Watched it, hated it.
You didn't like it?
Hated it. Couldn't find like 5 consecutive minutes where I didn't do something a little local. You know what I mean? Which is like a huge no-no for submission festival
Sure.
videos.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, it also could illustrate that you can just connect with a crowd in general, but I could see the turnoff that they're like, well, we know nothing about that material.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, okay. So I eventually want to get the submission video, but I want to like be like, okay, you're doing 5 minutes and don't do any fucking local shit during that 5 minutes.
Yep.
But I'll get it. So I didn't do any comedy while I was there. Wrote a handful of sex jokes, and that's about it.
Good.
Perfect. That's how it
Not
should
bad.
be. Yeah.
Good mud season.
Solid mud season.
Good mud
Shitting
season.
his pants, making jokes,
That's
watching
right.
Die Hard.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I almost
Ah.
pissed my pants the other night. I wasn't even drunk. I just had one of those dreams where I was peeing, and I woke up and I was like, "There's a little bit of piss in my pants."
Really?
You
would've
woke
been-
up and your grandmother's corpse was there.
Then I pissed on the corpse.
And then she came back to life because that's how it works.
Oh, I was at my parents' place, and I was like, how fucking weird would it have been if I pissed the bed at my parents' house?
There's like, oh, Matt had another accident.
They'd been like,
I'll
"You're
go
not-
get the plastic sheets.
You're not going back to Steamboat, bro. You need to figure your shit out right now. What is going on with you? We didn't even drink last night.
Honey, you really need to get
You
your
need to
shit
figure your
together.
shit out. I'm going to a therapist, buddy. Holy shit.
You still wet the bed,
You
dude.
wet the fucking bed?
You're from fucking Idaho.
You're supposed to be a man.
But yeah, I didn't do any comedy, which is I'm a little bummed about, but at the same time, I was telling you, Kyle, I was like, I'd have to drive and the amount of people in Boise now is fucking absurd, bro. Like
That's a town that's blowing up. For
the
sure.
traffic and shit. Like I went there last summer, and it's noticeably fucking different, the amount of people there.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck this. I'm not going out anywhere. I'm going to stay home and watch Die Hard. This was a pretty smart choice.
Where real memories are made.
All right. Reed, what happened to you? If I think about anything else, I'll just cut you right off. Cool?
Please do.
Well, just be clear, we still are on Matt, but you go ahead and start.
It's probably a lot more important.
Consistently be on me this whole time.
I was talking with Kyle recently that
Matt, what other movies did you watch? Did you watch Lord of the Rings or?
I didn't do any more series. I watched 2 John Candy movies, actually. Uncle Buck and The Great Outdoors.
Oh, nice.
you
Those
didn't
are
watch
classics.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I've seen that a lot, and I didn't have the DVD, which was fucking mind-blowing to me.
Well, you don't have Wi-Fi at your parents'
Pissed me
house?
off. No, we
That
were
was
watching
Idaho.
DVDs, bro.
like in a DVD player,
Yeah,
like a
the
disc.
folks
You're talking
still
about
have
a digital
DVD.
video disc.
Like you
Yep.
needed to
A
find
compact
the
disc.
movie with your
And
hands.
Get this, sometimes the ejector didn't work, so I had to get fingernail clippers and kind of
and
pry
pour.
it open. Just like when your Xbox didn't work back in the day.
Mhm. So you did the towel
I
trick,
wouldn't
huh?
know.
Did you wrap it
Yeah.
in a towel?
No, I didn't. I just pried it open and it fucking worked. Done it a million times. Yeah, I watched the John Candy movie.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, Reed. So what? How was your off season? Your mud season?
I got. Just wait for a drink. Waiting for Matt to finish his drink so he can interject me.
I will. I gotta remember what other movies I watched though. Watched a shit ton. Team America. That was. God,
It's
that
still
is
the
so-
funniest movie ever made.
Bro, they open up with the AIDS song on.
Everyone has AIDS.
Like,
Oh, I
holy
love it.
shit! I forgot that they opened up the fucking movie with that.
Pretty much. It's like 10 minutes in.
That is
I will
such.
always laugh at that movie.
That is
Yes.
such like a hard line in the sand they draw right off the bat. Like when that first came out, people had to be like, parents bringing their kids to that and being like, oh, we'll give this a shot.
Yeah.
And they open up with the AIDS song. They're like, all right, we're fucking leaving. We're not watching the rest of this anymore. I didn't think this is what these puppets were going to be doing.
Right. Well, that's why I love. I think Jared and I had talked about it before too, but because it's like we watch it at least twice a year, probably. The opening scene where it pans out is it's like really shitty puppets.
Yeah. That's
And
the
it's like,
opening,
oh, Frau, Frau. And then they zoom out and it's like it's puppets controlling those puppets, like
Yeah.
really fancy ones. But apparently the studio was all worried about it. And that they like gave them a bunch of money and they're gonna do some bullshit puppet movie. And so that first they should that first scene,
Yeah, that's so good.
and it's just like the shitty puppets. And apparently some like producer stood up and was like, "They fucked us! They fucked
They
us!"
took all of our money.
Yeah, and then they zoom out some more. The guy had to like sit down.
That's so fucking
It's the
good.
best.
And lo and behold, it's like the funniest movie ever made.
It's the funny dude. Literally, I've probably seen it a dozen times, if not like 25 times. But every time I see it, I'll notice one little thing in the background that I didn't notice before,
Yeah.
like a sign, like when they're in like the fake Bacalaca Street market.
Yep.
There's like signs in the background that'll just be like fucking like Durkadur this way, or like random shit like that. Or the hammer at the beginning where he's like, if you have to kill yourself, use this. And he slides up a hammer.
Right.
And then when he's sitting at the bar, I didn't notice this until recently, but when he's sitting at the bar and it's like, what would you do? Right before he like bars all the place,
Yeah.
the hammer is sitting on the bar next to
No
him.
way.
Yeah, the
I didn't
same
know that.
hammer is there.
That's fucking beautiful.
Like he's like contemplating suicide with his hammer.
Yeah.
Ah, so
They think
good.
of all the little shit because they're geniuses.
Because they're the best.
The part that got me to laugh the most this time is when the dude is like making him suck his dick to prove his worth, which
Yeah.
is a very funny scene.
Fantastic.
But the first time he brings up like you need to suck my cock,
yeah.
and then the guy just with the fucking puppet face just goes, "What?"
It's like they have like a serious conversation. He's like, but like I need you to come back, and he's like, I need you to prove yourself, Gary. And he's like, I need you to suck my cock, and his whole voice changes. He's like, what?
What? That's all he says. That made me laugh so fucking hard.
Yeah, and that joke really aged well, didn't it? With like the whole Weinstein thing and everything. It was just like, no, this is how it really is.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What
That's
did
a
he
good
say?
point.
Yeah, when he gets in the limo, he's like, I'm not from Hollywood. I'm not here to fuck your mouth.
Yeah.
Or he's like, I get it. You're a producer. And it's like, if I go down on you and you put a finger inside me, I get a movie part or something
Yeah.
like that.
That was like 2004, right?
Yeah, well, everybody knew it.
fucking
Everyone
ripping
knew
it.
that shit in Hollywood for decades, dude.
Yep.
Everyone did. I mean, it wasn't even that far before, but Seth MacFarlane
Family Guy.
was, from Family Guy,
Yep.
was hosting, I might have been the Oscars or at least the Emmys or something.
Yeah.
He was
And he-
announcing Golden Globe nominations.
Yeah, Golden Globes nominations, and he's like, it is for Best Actress, and he goes like, now here's a list of women who have to pretend they're attracted to Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
And Gwyneth Paltrow was right next to him when he was doing it too. She was just like,
She's like,
Yep.
fuck. She's like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
But
I'm
it's
trying
real.
to block this out. Yeah, dude, it's a greasy place.
Yep.
And they're all fucking kids, probably. But Reed, what have you been up to? Speaking of fucking kids, what have you been up to?
you are just the king of transitions.
That is
as
what I
always,
am, baby.
right?
That is my role here. So,
Jesus.
Reed, what you been up to?
What were we talking about?
I was talking about movies.
What
Oh
other
yeah,
movies did you
so
see, Matt?
Team America's great. You
Yep.
watch anything else?
God, I did, but I'm drawing blanks now. Like I said, I'll interrupt Reed in a second.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
I got hired to a dispensary on 420.
Got a new job. Yep.
On 420.
I literally signed my hire paperwork on 420. My official first date was
Did
420.
you celebrate by smoking weed?
Well, we were smoking weed since like 7 a.m. that morning.
right.
And
if y'all
since
want to hear
7th grade.
if y'all
Yes. 7 a.m.
Been smoking weed
that
since 7th grade, so
that decade. Yeah.
well, not that far off.
got your weed job on 420, dude. Like the universe is crazy connected.
So that
Right?
morning,
It's all together,
astrology.
bro.
that morning, I was talking with our wonderful friend to Steamboat Comedy, Dan Dara.
Shout out Dan Dara, friend of the show.
I was in there that morning putting away a snack in the fridge. I looked to my left, and keep in mind it's 4:20 at a dispensary in the a.m. And I look at Dan, and he's working on labeling these Tupperwares, and he just looks at me. He goes, "I forgot where the circles go." And I said, "What?" And he said, "I forgot where the circles go on percentage signs." And I was like, "So have you just been making division signs on the side of this Tupperware?" He's like, "I don't know." I was like, "You all right, man?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm good." I was like, "Okay." And I was about to put the snack in my mouth, and it was this adolma, which is like grape leaf stuff with like rice and shit. It's a Greek thing. I was
Okay.
about to put it in my mouth, and Dan goes, "Is that an egg?" And I said, "No, it's a dolma. It's a grape leaf stuff with rice." He goes, "That's what I meant to say." I was like, "Dan, are you all right, man?" I said, "How high are you?" He's just like, words.
I forgot where the
And
circles
it just
go.
set the tone for this day, and we were just nothing but giggles, and it was just so fucking funny. In addition to working with Dan, I work with Jared. I work with my wife Andy, and just about everybody else who's really important in my life. We all work at Billow. If you guys have seen the movie Parasite, St. Mary Glacier Crew is officially parasited Billow big time.
We parasited everywhere in this town.
Like,
Well, first we parasited the mountain, and then everyone left, and then we've definitely parasited Billow.
it's coming to the point where people approach me and they're just like, "Oh, you worked at Glacier too?" And I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
Right?
But yeah, so I got a job as a grower at Billow, and I fucking love it.
Nice.
It's a really great job. I also went up to Montana to go get my kayak, which is like the last piece of what Andy and I had back up there. So it was a little bit of closure, saying goodbye to Montana and coming here to live here year round,
for sure.
which is really important.
Closure.
And,
Kind of have closure.
Gotta have closure.
with that place especially, it was like 8 years running.
Yeah, you guys spent a lot of time. They
I was-
spent more time there than I did.
I was
that's
ready
for sure.
to spend the rest of my life there until just fucking fate told us, "No, you're not." And
By
Fuck
fate, you
fate.
mean a shitty company to work for.
Well, a shitty company that reacted to COVID-19 not the way that I would and just kicked us out of our home and our
Well,
house
they've
for
always are
8 years.
fucking shitty.
Anywho,
Yeah.
but yeah, came back from Montana and did that, and then other than that, honestly, I've been doing joke writing, but not nearly at the consistency that we do during the winter and summer times, because there is that ticking clock of pressure with that weekly scheduled time that we're going to be performing. So like all of us, we procrastinate for 4 days.
Absolutely.
And then one day we're like, okay, I got to start thinking about this. And the 2 days beforehand, you're just writing like crazy trying to come up with premises. But we don't have that right now. I'll come up with a great premise, put it in my phone, and talk about it with Andy in the evening, and I'll go to bed.
Yeah.
So right now I have
Come back
like
to it the night
5
before the
really,
open
Yeah,
mic.
we'll
really
circle back. We'll circle back tomorrow.
I have like 5 really good premises and 0 punchlines. So
Sounds like a Jared
that-
stand-up bit.
That is.
it just sounds like a story that exists. I love Jared.
That is a fun thing to do, though. You write the premise down and then you don't check your phone for like 2 weeks. So when
And then
you
it's kinda like a
revisit,
surprise.
it's new, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I thought of that's funny. Fuck yeah, let's go!" And you get
Right.
a little excited.
Kind of
to
have to
do
like
it.
dug
refigure it
away.
out. You're
Yeah.
like, wait, what was I going for here?
It's kind of like a puzzle. I'll just be looking at it. It'll just say like anal, boiled eggs, and cats. I'll be like, oh God, how do these connect?
What kind of Mad Libs do I have to write to put these things into it?
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds like a crossword clue.
Wait. What did I say? I said anal,
boiled eggs,
boiled eggs,
cats.
and cats.
Oh, I thought you said crabs. That doesn't sound like a crossword.
What is things?
completely different. Now.
Completely different thing.
What is things that are worse when steaming?
As you don't.
Just turned into a Jeopardy clue, though.
Oh, damn it! I didn't do it right.
What is?
Oh, Jesus. So that's been my time away from comedy. Kyle, what's going on with you? Kyle, actually, it's funny I should say what's been going on with you since comedy, but nothing's really slowed down for you, has it?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you mean. I've still been doing it and shit, which is cool. I mean, we don't have our open mics here and stuff, and I also haven't been writing as much as I should because I'm going to other towns and doing it, and I'm like, I'll just give them the hits. They haven't heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just give them the old one too. Although I did have to, because I know that a lot of like our jokes are like catered to like here and stuff, just because it's easy. It's good like.
I've been
jumping up
watching Alone recently, Matt. Have you seen that show?
Bro, that's the best reality show on television.
I don't even
hands down.
like reality shows.
That is
and
so
it's like
good.
legit, dude. It's like a Survival Man had stakes.
Yeah, I think season 8 comes out June 2nd.
It's pretty.
Have you seen
fucking
Alone,
tight.
Kyle?
I've heard about it from Reed. There's a guy who shot a wolverine with an arrow, which
And a
is pretty
fucking
fucking neat.
Arrow, dude.
An arrow.
And how he had to trap it, though, because it stole his fucking food, his fat. So he's like, fuck this thing.
Yeah.
I got to get it.
Yeah.
So he set up like cans,
Yeah.
like a fucking 70s movie.
Like a Home Alone trap.
Yeah, like literally a
There's
fucking
thumbtacks all around
a
it.
tripwire. And he heard the thing going through. Somehow fucking nestled it down and shot it with an arrow, bro. Best reality
Well,
show
he
on
shot with an arrow,
television.
then had to come back with a hatchet and finish
Yep.
it off too, which is the most metal shit I've ever heard
And
of.
if you Google Alone, literally the first thing that'll come up is
Oh,
Alone real? Because nobody believes that it's legit, but
fucking crazy.
it's fucking legit, and people are crying in the middle of the woods because they're lonely and starving. Like
dude,
it's fucking
so
great.
good.
Granted, it's such a fucking first world thing of us to be like, "What's the entertainment?" Well, he's sitting on the ground
Yeah.
on Vancouver Island.
I'm losing his mind.
What else? No, that's it. He does it
Yeah.
for 60 days. He wins $50,000. And there's somebody in fucking Somalia like, fuck you.
Yeah. And then there's another guy who's in like Brooklyn who's like sitting on his couch eating Ben and Jerry's. He's like, this is bullshit.
No way this is real, bro.
Yeah.
No fucking way this
If
is
I were
real.
that guy, I would have fucked that Wolverine up with my hands.
No way anybody could actually do this.
Yeah. Not real. Fake.
But yeah, Alone is so tight. Please go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
We're sponsored by Alone.
We're sponsored by History.
Yes. History Channel, friend of the show.
No, just history.
Oh, just
It's
human
just
history.
now.
Human
Yes.
and animal history. All history.
All the Earth is a big sponsor of the show.
Ever
Yes.
since growing weed, I've realized that we're all sponsored by the Earth.
Did we
man.
all we're all part of one big earth.
We just don't need to wear shoes, man.
Yeah, shoes are fucking a product of society, man.
Such a 20th century idea.
Yeah. That was like One of my film professors in college was just like it's just a pretentious. It was true, but it's just so pretentious. He was like, the idea that a movie has to have an ending is such an American idea. I was like, fuck you.
I'll
Fucking
fucking
Christ.
outside right now,
I was like,
bro.
come here, because you're about to have an ending. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I bet he loved the
You,
fucking
bro.
Sopranos, didn't he? Where it just ended, it goes to
Yeah,
black.
he probably-
loves it because
he
that's
was-
art.
That's what art is. Yeah, he was a fucking
Lazy
cocksucker.
No,
fucking
you
writing.
need Bilbo Baggins coming back and making babies of the fucking Shire.
right?
God damn it.
I mean, that greatest movie ever, Return of the King, had like 17 endings. So there
That's
you
true.
go.
Yeah.
That's the movie that never ends. It fades
The
to
more
black.
endings, the better.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, let's wrap this up again.
I
let's
like
keep
the first
rapping.
one so much. Let's do it again.
Let's start to end it and then bring it back and then end it. Because that's what happens for the last. There's like 10 phases.
Wait, let's have a big weird gay hop along in the bed.
Of course.
Yeah, with everyone dressed in white because that's not gay at all. And then
That's a certain stain you can avoid.
and then
from a
he's
white
gonna
sheet.
go on the way on the ship. But then we gotta see Sam come home.
Then we got to see Sam come home too.
And then we gotta see his kid pulling a nail out of a board. And then after that, we gotta see some kid drink milk.
And after that, the alligator waves the Happy Gilmore, and then that's the end of it.
It's literally like you're sitting in the theater, like I love this movie, but like I gotta pee.
Yeah, like you go to stand up and then you sit back down.
Yep.
Anyways, so what did I do?
Told
Where-
jokes,
where
but
did I
didn't
get?
write-
You
told
actually-
jokes, but didn't write.
I didn't write
jokes.
any because I was giving them the old one too. I was
Yep.
giving them the hits.
You're polishing.
Where'd
it
you
off.
go, bud?
Polishing. So I went to me and old Robbie Bernstein. We did a gig outside of Portland, Oregon, which was fun.
Portland.
I
The
did
big
write
Windy City.
the wind. It is windy, and if by windy you mean
Big Apple, Windy
overrun
City.
by the homeless, then yes, it is very windy.
That is-
Holy shit, there's a lot of homeless people there. Like literally,
They're not homeless. They're free range.
yeah, grass fed.
That's a weed joke.
as in-
God, I wrote a joke. I
No,
wrote
it's like
one-
they only eat grass.
yeah,
No, dude, it's like legitimately long grass.
it's like
That's all they can eat.
that's how they pay their rent to the city is they just mow all the parks.
Wow.
Homeless people are gross.
Yes, and they eat it.
Like sheep at the White House.
Exactly. You get it.
Hashtag history.
Hashtag Andrew Jackson, baby. Occasionally they shoot someone, also like Andrew Jackson.
Sometimes they die.
Sometimes they died. Yeah, so I wrote one joke just about the homeless just because I just wrote a bit about I literally at one point was walking down the street and I look over and there was a pile of homeless people and there's one of them, he was completely covered in like rags and shit except for his ass. His bare ass was sticking out. And you could not see the rest of him other than his ass.
Business in front.
Yeah. Right?
For farting, dude.
Yeah, right?
Just 'cause he had to
got
fart.
He's got to fucking air it out. I get it. Yeah, it was but anyways, so we did that show. It was fun. Had a good time. Went up there. It was Cascade Locks is where the show was, which is beautiful.
Nice.
Awesome spot. And then last week I went down to Denver, did a spot at Pallet City Comedy, which is a cool little pop-up, growing little renegade open mic, if you will, which is fun. Got to see Mo Vita, friend of the show, came to hang out. Started Mo Vita. And then
Are they like tight open mics? I'm always curious, like how they run their shit. Like,
well, it wasn't
like
an
how
open
many people
mic.
sign? It wasn't. It was an actual.
No, it was
show?
like a book
Okay.
show. It was
Word.
people like it was like a ticketed show.
Gotcha.
It was actually it was a secret show. So the location wasn't
Seems
posted.
counterproductive.
I mean, right? It was if once you bought a ticket, they told you where it was at. It was one of those. It was like that like Don't Tell Comedy thing does. And it ended up being in this family's backyard, and they were super nice. And if you went there, you got it was $25 for a ticket, and you got a free beer and burrito with your ticket with the show.
So fucking Colorado.
Very Colorado. And the stage was made of pallets, true to their name. It was actually a pretty cool stage. There was a picture on my Instagram story. I have one. Maybe I'll post one soon. But
You are no stranger to the palette.
that is true. I mean, we did all of our Comedy in the Park shows standing on pallets.
I think there's a hidden beauty in it too. It's very American. It's just here's my soapbox.
It's
And
like
this is what
literally
it's
a
all about.
soapbox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I fucking love it. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I had a great time. It was didn't have as much of a crowd as I had hoped. It was kind of lightly attended, other than other comedians.
Story of my
That's
life.
always fun.
Yeah, right.
Everyone's paying attention to you then, and not thinking about their stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the best.
Right? Don't you love it? There was a point too.
How many times have you said that? God, I wish there was more people here.
Yeah, right. Don't tell the audience there's not a lot of people here, right? Yeah. And there was one point where, because it was one of those things too where everybody sat, there was like kind of spaced out tables and chairs like throughout this like yard, and it was actually a good space for it, but no one sat in the first like row or so. They all kind of sat towards the back.
Classic.
And I was like, oh guys, there's one point I was just kind of like, let me talk to you in the front, and I just went up and started talking to an empty table. Just to like make them.
Should
like
have asked
Clint
them to
Eastwood.
sit further back.
Yeah, like Clint Eastwood.
Like talking to a chair, like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, I was like, Mr. President, and that's what I said. Why have you let us down, or whatever fucking dumb shit he said.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Clint. And then but it was cool. I got to see a lot of like comics that I knew were around, that I'd seen before at other mics in Colorado. They were cool guys. Got to network a little bit. Some up and comers, if you will.
Up and coming. You met my buddy, dude.
Yeah, well, that was the next night. So the next night I went to a bar called Wide Right, and they have a show they've been doing called Penalty Box Comedy, and it's like their way of kind of getting around COVID stuff. They do the show in a makeshift hockey penalty box.
That's crazy. That dude loves fucking hockey too, so that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, he was wearing a hockey jersey.
Yep.
He was Eric.
Eric Lyons, bro.
Eric
Shout
Lyons,
out.
yeah. Eric Lyons. It was the host, the people who own the bar are comics. It's a couple. They own the bar, and the whole bar staff was comics too. It was just the
That's pretty
husband was running the kitchen by himself, and then it was the chick, Jennifer. I'm struggling with her last name.
Gardner.
Right now. Not her. Not
Love
Alias.
Hewitt.
Lawrence.
Jennifer.
Aniston. Gardner.
Jennifer. Let's start over. He must have missed it.
Lopez.
Is he not listening to me? It's
Yeah.
gotta be one of-
Lopez.
That was it. All
I
right.
knew.
Hennifer
Yes.
Lopez. There's a town in Utah named Hennifer, and I drive past it on my way to Idaho. And every time I see it, I say out loud, Hennifer Lopez.
Hennifer Kisses.
Yes, right.
Anyway, Jennifer is.
So Jennifer was hosting the show,
Okay.
and she was funny. She did a few minutes, and then your buddy Eric went up, did a few minutes, and then I came out after him.
Did he
for
do
my-
his? I wonder if he did any of his old bits, dude. We
I
should
don't know.
run
He
through
did
his-
one bit about how like athletes after a game kind of give like the generic responses. Like, like we do, like we gave it 110%, like
Right.
we're here for the team,
Right.
like they do in Letterkenny.
Yeah.
But he did it. He kept rolling it into. He ended up like he did like making fun of like how Tom Brady gives a generic thing, and then he did one other thing, and then he moved to like after like sex, and he's like, just like trying to get a quick W. Like it was a great bit,
Bro, he is very fucking.
Dude, he's a
funny
funny
man.
dude.
I fucking love Eric.
Yeah,
He had this one joke that always got me. I'm gonna fucking tell it because he probably doesn't say it anymore. But it's not even a joke. It's like a throwaway line. He would tell a story about his friend. So he'd be telling a story. He's like, yeah, it's my friend's name is Zach. Let's just call him Zach because that's his real name.
Just like a quick, yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's my buddy. Let's just call him Zach because that's his name.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, you could tell he was a sharp dude. He was funny.
Yeah, he ran the fucking bar at Liquid at the comedy club.
Really?
So yeah, he was there all the fucking time.
Nice.
And then he stopped for like 3 years, like a butts, and then I was stoked to hear that he fucking came back. He texted me. He's like, I just met one of your buddies, and I was like, was it Kyle Ruff? He was like, yeah, it was. I was like, tell him to put you on a fucking show up here. He's like, yeah, he said come up anytime, but I'm moving to Minnesota. And I was like, you fucking loser, dude.
Yeah, I said, well, you fucking blew it then, didn't you?
You blew it. You could have made it huge.
You could have been huge, kid.
You could have been huge, kid.
You could have been a
You're
star.
blowing it. No, that's fucking sick, man. Show was dope though.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah.
Did you
and
do some good time?
I did. At first, it was like a 5-minute guesty, and Jennifer was just kind of like, "Hey, like if you want to go over a little over, it's like that's fine." I was like, "Well, last night I did 10. I was just gonna basically do the same set. Can I do 10?" She's like, "Yeah, do 10." So I did 10. And it was fun. I got to mess around. Like the whole box thing was a little weird, but you could kind of play with it. And the crowd was super. It was like not a huge crowd, but it was sold out for the space that it was. And they were all super. They were all paying attention. Everybody was like, there's no like, you didn't have to like talk over anybody or anything.
Nice.
So it was a great show. I could show you the video of it. The whole box setup was interesting. Mark Masters from the show. Shout out Mark Masters.
Marky.
He came out just to watch and hang out. I got to chat it up with him for a while. Mark just did a TED Talk, actually.
Wild.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, he got approached in Vail. They were like, hey, we want someone to do a TED Talk. And he was like, sure. And he prepared for it for a while. So this is the story he was telling me. It might never see the light of day.
About what? Comedy?
Well, it's funny because the whole conference was supposed to be about the environment. And they're like, talk about the environment. And he was like, I don't fucking know anything about the environment.
They just think he's a funny guy.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God, the environment, isn't it crazy? But
they saw him public speak, and they were like, you do this TED Talk.
like, yeah, just pretend
God
like you know a
damn
lot
it.
about carbon emissions. And he was like, I got you. But he prepared. I mean, like half of his shtick was like talking about comedy, talking about how like he didn't know what the hell he was talking about with environment and stuff. But he prepared this giant like 48 slideshow to go with it, and the clickers didn't work.
Classic.
And so he got up there
That's
and had to
hilarious.
like ad lib the whole thing, and he had a bunch of like punchlines that were set up on the slideshow and stuff that were just like dead moments.
Oh no.
So he said it was kind of a disaster.
Oh shit.
That's
and
awesome.
He's like, man, he's like, I'm gonna watch it to see how it came out, but he's like, I'm probably gonna tell him no, because it was farts.
Fuck.
Which the way he described it, I was like, yeah, that sounds brutal. Dude. Sounds rough.
Gonna do a TED Talk that's gonna go terribly. We're not gonna have anything working. You into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
He's
it.
like, you son of a bitch.
The last person was talking about cancer treatments.
Yeah,
What do
can
you
you-
have?
Yeah, right.
Set me up for failure anymore, please.
Yeah. So Neil deGrasse Tyson just came on, and on the way out, he smashed our laptop with a hammer. So do you mind just following that up? Yeah, but it was cool. It was always good catching up with Mark. I'm actually going to do... So the first live Vail comedy show is coming back on June 7th. And I'm going to go do it with him. It's in a movie theater.
Nice.
Down there. I can't remember the name. Can't remember the name of the details. I'll be putting them out soon, I'm sure. But excited. It's always good to see Mark. He's such a good comedy nerd. Good guy to talk to. And then there was a guy, Andrew Bray, is a photographer who just goes around to like photograph comedians. That's like his spare time. He just goes to comedy shows and like takes really nice pictures of comedians.
What a noble guy.
Yeah, see, like I was just like talking to Mark, and he just comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, can I take some pictures of you?" And I was like, "Sure." And I could see he had like a really nice camera, so I
Yeah.
was like, "Okay." Which we were looking at last night. 2/3 of them are me posing like an idiot because I don't know how to like pose in front of a camera. But I got a couple nice ones. I posted one today that was pretty cool. But like the pictures that I used for like Sam Town for the post were ones that he took.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Okay.
Like he just goes around Denver just like taking really nice pictures of people and shit. So that was cool too, and a little benefit. Yeah, that was
you
the weekend.
realize your picture is hanging in his closet right now with
Yeah,
like 90 other comedians.
collage.
with like,
dude.
with like the eyes like scratched out.
Yeah,
And
and a piece of your fucking hair.
yeah.
Covered.
He's like, "Is this
Semen.
free?" She's like, "You've given me all I need." Like,
I mean, all he's got to do is
Free.
stand next to me and wait for my hair to blow off too.
nothing's
So.
free, Kyle.
Yeah, right. All I ask is your soul.
Do you want fame? Do you?
He's like, yes. He's like the devil. He's like,
John
oh, a free
Lovett shows
picture.
up.
Yeah.
You'll do anything.
Anything. But it was a great time, and I was super stoked that they had me there. It was our friend Corey David hooked me up with that spot. He's actually was hanging out with Sean and Caitlin in New York.
Nice.
Went out there for one of their shows, was hanging out with them. So it's cool. It's just cool networking. Got to meet a bunch of cool people, funny people, lining some stuff up, getting some insider knowledge on the comedy scene there and who's good and who's not, who's up and coming, and some things like that.
Yeah,
So
fucking sabotage him.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Take them all down.
Yep.
Yes, Steamboat comedy. There
Yes.
can only be one.
There can only be one. Yes, Steamboat, we're coming for you, Denver. Our monthly show is going to erase all of Denver comedy.
Comedy Works.
Comedy Works.
Comedy what? Comedy who?
Steamboat Comedy Works.
Steamboat. Should we just
What
start
that
calling
would
it
be in
Steamboat
the
Comedy
year.
Works?
Yeah.
We're the Steamboat Comedy Laugh Factory.
Exactly.
One day it'll all be ours,
We're
boys.
the comedy
Yes,
shop, not the
exactly.
comedy store, but the comedy shop.
Yes, the Comedy Emporium. Nah, it's too much. But
Way too far, bro.
yeah, I'm
Jesus
ruined
Christ.
it. But yeah, it was great. Great time, great weekend. And then next weekend, I'm going to Texas with Robbie Bernstein to this. It's like a music festival that they're adding comedy to this year called Childerberg, which is west of Austin somewhere.
Ooh, West
Comedy.
Texas.
West Texas. So it'll be cool. Sounds exciting. Sounds like it's going to be like a big crowd and stuff. So
You driving there?
Fuck no.
Oh, I was gonna say that's a fucking haul, bro.
Yeah, no. Now I'm flying down. They apparently have like a room for us somewhere. I don't know if it's actually at the.
That's
it's
what
like
they
a
always
campground.
say.
Yeah,
You're gonna
right?
be sleeping in a parking lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna
bro.
be fucking myself. Just like
You're gonna be a homeless guy with your ass hanging out.
yeah, right. It's like, yeah, we got you the Portland suite. And it's just a tent with a hole in it.
Yeah, those aren't homeless people. Those are all just artists.
Those are all, yeah.
Waiting for the next gig.
Those are literally all comedians. Yeah, wouldn't be surprising.
You're gonna meet like experienced comedians like Dave Chappelle. He's like, I remember when I was homeless.
I remember when I had my ass out at Portland.
You'll get through it there, bucko.
Yeah. It's a rite of passage.
We all had a dog and begged for change.
Exactly. So we'll see. Well, I might be begging for change in Texas, but it's gonna be cool.
Hell
It's
yeah.
gonna be fun. I'm excited for it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
A lot of travel, but I don't mind. I'm not talking about it's mud season. I've just been shitting my pants. I haven't really been working. I got a job for the summer, but it doesn't start for like another month.
Nice.
So I'm
Fuck
kind
yeah.
of. It's cool because it gives me time to just kind of
jack
get
off.
shit my pants one, and then jack off a lot too, which is really important
Fuck,
for
I'm
comedy. So yeah,
Get a sweat.
get a good sweat.
Raise
in.
that heart rate.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm fucking. Me and Joe Rogan up and cranking Alpha Brain. This is brought to you by Alpha Brain.
Alpha Brain out.
Alpha Brain by night, all day.
I'll check it out.
Check it out.
Brought to you by Squarespace.
Squarespace. Check it out.
All day.
All day.
Never gets old.
Never gets old.
All day.
Oh God.
By night.
Never gets old. All day. By night. So yeah, that's been my plan. It's been cool. Been networking and like we've been
Networking.
networking. been working those networks.
The
bud.
future?
The future. Been laying some fiber optic cable around, just trying to network.
So this is anything that has to do with the word network.
Yes.
We're in it.
I'm talking.
Networking.
Talking business.
Networking. He's just like fixing computers.
I'm just
Like how
literally.
Matt doesn't work at
troubleshooting.
the UPS store. He works logistics.
Oh, we're logistics.
Yes, logistics. Yes.
I'm in shipping.
Fucking the confident head about there. I'm in shipping.
I'm in
Shipping?
shipping and receiving.
Shipping and to do Amazon returns all day.
It's so funny because when I came in earlier today to the UPS store, he's there, and the woman right behind me was like, "I just have a return for Amazon."
Yeah, it's like, I'll fucking do it real quick. All right, see ya.
Okay,
You
get
can
the
skip
fuck
the whole.
out of here.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can skip the whole line now, bitch.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, did you say you're the VIP? Get out of the way.
Yeah.
This woman has very important business. She's getting logistics, and so am I.
I thought today, like, if you do 100 Amazon returns in like the course of 3 months, you should get a hat that just says consumer. Like it's you want a hat. Here you go.
Which just says indecisive.
Yeah, indecisive
Yeah.
consumer. There
It's
you go.
it's just like my priorities, and then a line, and then under it says the
And
environment.
it just lets you go to the front of the line, but you have to wear the hat.
But you have to wear the hat, yeah. And there's like flashing lights on it too. Like a siren.
Excuse me. I inject Jeff Bezos' semen straight into my arm.
Oh, well then come right this
Yeah,
way.
so come on. Excuse me, I bought a T-shirt, but I bought it on Amazon because I didn't want to go down the street to the store, so I'd rather have 45 gallons of plastic peanuts and cardboard. But turns out it was a small, and I really needed a medium. So could you just cram this back into another box full of peanuts and cardboard, and then send it back, and then send me another one with peanuts and cardboard? I'd really appreciate that, and also burn a whole bunch of gas in between.
Can you
That'd
do
be
that?
great. Could you please do that
Can you
for
do
me?
it?
And also, I don't want to pay for any of it.
Starting to get
so-
sweaty. We got to change the subject.
You can see a vein
Dude,
popping out of
Dude,
his forehead.
Dude, yeah.
Sweaty,
Speaking
bro.
of taking up resources, if anybody wants to give people shit for driving a Hummer, but they drive a Prius that says 3 honor students on board, they can go fuck themselves because they are taking up a lot more fucking resources over the next few decades than that Hummer ever will.
Well, you've seen
hashtag baby suck.
Well, hashtag fucking Doug Stanhope, Voice of America. I've shown you that video, right?
Good
Have
man.
you seen that?
For like
It's so good. Yeah, it's if
that
anyone
shit for, like,
listening,
the
it's on.
UK?
Yeah, it's for the BBC.
This is Doug Stanhope,
BBC,
and
that's
this
right.
is why I drink.
Yeah, I'm Doug Stanhope. That's why I drink. It was Doug Stanhope, Voice of America, did a bit on. I can't remember that guy's name, but he's like a big personality journalist guy on a BBC show.
Pierce Morgan?
No,
I hate
no, he
him.
actually has respect.
Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan. That's the
That's
correct
right,
Pierce.
007.
Wasn't Guy Pierce. That's the other one. Not Snowpiercer. That's a movie.
Nipple Pierce.
That's all I got. That's all the
Yep,
Pierce I got.
that's it.
I ran out of the Pierces. But he did these bits where he would just like talk like political humor in like 5-minute segments, and the one was called "Abortion is Green." Is the one you're referring to.
Yes.
It's so funny.
And so true.
Yes. Anyways.
Yeah, anyways, fuck you, Arkansas.
Point is, we don't like Arkansas. Never have, never will. And that's my plans. That's been my whole mud season. And yeah, we got those things coming up. I'm glad to network with some people coming up. That's what it's all about, dude.
Networking.
What it's all about is networking and logistics.
Yep.
Laying that plow in the dirt, bro.
Laying that fucking dick plow down in the dirt and just fucking hammering it home. Just fucking, and then just filling my pants for mud season.
Just farting, dog.
Just fucking shitting it out.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's about all I got. You guys got anything to add as far as mud season things go, or things coming up? Anything you want to plug?
I watched that movie Fury, the tank one. The
Oh!
World War-
Fuck, Kyle and I love that movie.
So
So
here's the
good,
thing,
bro.
the
So
first
good.
you and I have talked about this a lot.
Yes.
The first 90 minutes is Saving Private Ryan. The last 30 minutes is like the most ridiculous thing of the Expendables when they're in the
Rambo.
tank
Yeah.
and they just like kill 900 fucking people and it's just
them
like
against the world. It's way
Brad
too.
Pitt's like, I ain't leaving.
It's a ridiculous climatic. It's a cliche for climactic action movies.
Yeah.
And shit. I thought.
Yeah.
Where everything leading up to that is
Yeah.
like fucking amazing.
So
the
good.
first 2/3 of it is so good.
Dude,
the
every-
first
It's
tank
so
fight
dark,
they have,
bro.
oh, it
Yeah.
gets dark, it gets real.
Super
when they go
dark.
into that scene where they go into the house,
Yes.
and like all the like the guys are basically like they
Drunk
see
and
the
shit.
new guy like having a good time,
Yep.
and they're kind of like tell them about what we've been through, and they're like squirting tears. They're
Yeah.
like, this isn't a fucking joke. Like we've
And
been
they-
through some shit,
Up here
it's a
playing
heavy
house.
Fucking
Yeah.
movie, dude. It is so good.
dude.
Yeah.
And then the last tank
Big
scene
Shia
is
LaBeuf fan,
ridiculous.
too. I am a big fan of that.
Oh,
I am
Shia
too.
LaBeouf is good in that
I
movie
am.
too. He's such a nut.
Crazy dude, but I'll follow
He's an
him.
outstanding actor.
Yeah.
Speaking of Shia LaBeouf and nut, is I was told to watch a movie called Nymphomaniac, which I didn't realize
Porn.
is porn, and Shia LaBeouf is in it, and I got to see Shia LaBeouf and his penis.
You gotta see his whole dick.
It's that you see porn with Shia LaBeouf in it.
He's really doing porn.
Really doing porn. You might even see him blow a load. I don't remember. You see loads get blown.
I'll check it out.
It's
All day.
actually, to be fair, it's a pretty fucking good movie. It's well done.
I heard it's just like an NC-17 movie.
It's full on fucking porn, but it's not like smut. It's just weird,
it actually
though.
pertains to the plot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a strange movie. The guy, the guy from Good Will Hunting, who is the other genius, who's like not as smart as Matt Damon.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he
Is it
has all
freaking
the
out?
fucking Skarsgård.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in it, and it's like him who's like he's like an academic, and he's like sitting down and talking with this woman who's like a nymphomaniac, and she's like telling her life story, how she's like, I have to fuck 10 times a day and I'm crazy, and like that's the whole story, more or less. You should check it out. But the point is, I can't look at Shia LaBeouf the same anymore.
Yeah, I might not
It's
watch
kind
it.
of ruined every Shia LaBeouf movie for me. I just see flashbacks of his dick, and I'm just like, ah,
Even Steven.
Steven, no, that's not the right hole. That's not the right hole. Holes, great movie.
Holes, yep.
Lizard movie.
Yeah, and he plays like a creepy boss too. Who's like banging his employee and is kind of like creepy about it and has like a weird shitty mustache.
How is that creepy?
But enough about the
America,
UPS store.
What's wrong with stupid little people with stupid little mustaches, Kyle?
That's nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Thank you for asking. But anyways, yeah, that's all I got as far as the plans.
Networking.
We're still networking.
Always networking.
Got to work that net, baby.
I don't network at all, which is why I'm very grateful for you because I'm
That's because you
not
you
on
do
board
logistics.
for it.
You got the
Yeah,
logistics.
I'm shipping. I do the shipping.
You ship.
I really don't. You also do the shipping.
That's true. I ship most things. I just go to you and ask you to return my things to Amazon.
Yeah, Matt's pretty much the greatest drug dealer in Steamboat. He has no idea.
I think he's got an idea.
That's
You
Mitch
distribute
Hedberg.
a lot of fucking drugs around the U.S.
Yeah, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I check every other box. This one have acid? Oh, fuck.
It was like,
Damn, it's just divorce papers again.
I had some guy give me acid when I worked in the parking lot for the mountain.
Sick.
For a different mountain, not Steamboat.
Oh, that
not.
other mountain.
Yeah, the other mountain I worked at.
Yeah.
Let the guy park.
Stagecoach.
Yeah.
Go on.
It was somewhere. It was a summer camp. You guys never heard of it.
Right.
I let him park, and he gave me a sheet of acid.
Whoa.
It looked like there was coffee stains on it. I didn't take it.
Yeah. That's a bit.
It was the gesture that counted, though.
There's two kinds of people in
Thank you as
this.
you throw it away.
Yeah,
Like, throw it
bro.
over your shoulders.
I
or
had
just
to
give it
put some latex gloves on to grab it. Like, thank you, man.
Just like, whoa, yeah, get like some tongs.
Looked like there was a coffee stain on it.
Hits you in the face like, oh no.
Yeah, right. The wind kicks up and it just sticks your face. Like, oh God, this is my life now.
Here goes my next 48
I'm
hours.
done.
Yeah, right.
I'm not coming back now.
See you in a month.
I got a little bit in my mouth.
Oh God.
There's two kinds of people in this world. There are those who take dirty acid from people in parking lots and those who don't. And Matt, you are one of those people
I
who
passed.
will not. You passed.
I passed. The
Honestly,
test,
would have bet on
Jesus.
the other, but you
Yeah.
passed.
No, it's the hair, but
Yeah.
I would have said no in the moment to my friends, but then like came home and been like, okay, so seriously, maybe we can like try this out or something.
I did. I took it back to my spot and I showed my roommates and I was like, it looks like there's coffee on it, and they're like, yeah, we're not gonna. I was like, yeah, I'll throw it in the.
They're like,
garbage.
no.
I'll throw this in the trash.
Yeah, that could have been like period blood for all you know.
Oh, if it was, I would have taken it.
Hey,
There we go. We do comedy.
Rain or shine is here to make you laugh.
It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast.
All
Also,
right.
I watched that movie 13 Hours. We're just gonna keep.
Wait, which one is that one?
It's the Benghazi one with Jim from The Office.
Oh,
Oh,
Jim from The
God
Office.
damn
Yeah.
it.
Him
Yeah.
and Dwight take over Iraq, right? Isn't that what
yeah.
it is?
Well, they don't take it over. You know, they have
Oh.
to defend Bush. They have to defend George Bush from not Osama bin
From
Laden, but
shoes?
who's the other guy?
ISIS.
Yeah, from Ben ISIS.
Ben
He's
Isis.
an American guy.
Yeah,
He wants
Toyota
to be,
dealer. Yeah.
He wants to be the president. They're like, Ben, we're Jim and Dwight from The Office. We're not letting you get to George Bush.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton's like, not on my watch.
Yep. And then Shia LaBeouf comes in and bangs both of them for 13 hours.
God damn it.
Yeah.
All right, I got to see
You
this.
see
I got to
the
see.
whole dick.
That's a movie.
All of this, Dick?
The whole thing.
What?
That's a fucking movie right there.
That
It
might
is.
ruin Shia LaBeouf for me if I saw that, so I can't watch it. I can't watch that. All right. I think that's a good place.
Yeah, enough of this shit.
Yeah, go check out Shia LaBeouf for yourself. 13 hours of nymphomania.com, I believe, is his website.
It's our sponsor.
Yeah.
Look forward to future episode where Kyle and I do the deep dive on Game of Thrones.
Do you really
Yeah,
want to do
I mean,
that?
that'll be pretty topical, too, because that's...
Because
you
it
know-
ended 2 years ago in scorn. There.
I just did a deep dive on Die Hard, though.
Yeah, we could also do a deep dive on the second season of Frasier, my personal favorite.
Oh, God. I would rather do that than Thrones. I'd rather watch all of Frasier and then talk about it.
Oh God.
Because I
Fine.
don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs.
Tossing salad and scrambling
Look at that
eggs.
dog.
All right.
done.
We're doing it. Thanks so much for listening. Check us out at steamboatcomedy.com and the Instagram and the YouTubes and all the things. And we will see you next time.
Check it out.
Check it out
All day.
All day.
Training all night.
Podcast.
podcast. Joe Rogan.
Rain or shine, it's here to make you laugh. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast.